Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. I'd like to give double honors to the men that taught our elders and apostles. This is your brother Yakar Abin from the Great Millstone Houston camp. Well, let's get into it. This is Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 4. It says, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Akkad. Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Akkad. So it says here, look it up. Deuteronomy 6 and 4. My internet's tripping. Shemai means to hear, listen, to obey. Yasharallah, he rules as God. God prevails. It actually means he is a prince of the power. Yasharallah means Yahi, Shar, prince, Allah, power. He is a prince of the power. Yahweh, the existing one. Our God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the existing one. The proper name of the one and true power. Allahayim, rulers. Allahai, Ya, Allahayim, Yahweh, Akkad, one, Akkad, one, the number one. So, Shema, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Allahayanawa, Yahweh, Akkad. Let's get into it. Okay. Let's start off here in Job chapter 18 and verse 1. Then answered Bildad the Shuhite and said, How long will it be ere ye make an end of words? Mark, and afterwards we will speak. So, this is Bildad speaking to Job. Bildad, if I recall correctly, is a heathen. And he says here, starting at verse 3, Wherefore are we counted as beasts and reputed vile in your sight? And yeah, as a heathen, the other nations are counted as vile and beasts. I mean, look at the things that they celebrate. Here for the past few days, we they just celebrated Lent on Valentine's Day. That's two abominable pagan rituals. Lent. I physically drove by a place in Houston where they had some priests, male and female priests, dressed in all black with collars, with a sign up where they were putting ashes on people's heads in the form of a T. I mean, that's in 2024 with the internet age, it's easy to find out the origins of these things, and people just refuse to they just refuse to acknowledge what's going on. Is weeping for Tammuz. Okay, let's do a quick internet search. Oh, okay, Lent and cross on the cross on forehead. Let's do it. Lent, Ash Wednesday. I'm sorry, the first day of Lent is Ash Wednesday. On this special day of reflection, Catholics wear a mark of the cross of ashes on their forehead. The ashes symbolize our morality. Remember, you are dust, and to dust you shall return, and to dust you shall return. Wait a minute, let's. Oh yeah, you see these pictures? Look at that. Look at that. Ash Wednesdays. Let's go ahead. Hold on. We're gonna get into this. Yeah, first Ash Wednesday, Tammuz. Look at that. Ash Wednesday, Lent, and Weeping for Tammuz. This is March 8th, 2007. You're gonna click on that and see. This is not really where I was going with the lesson, but hey, as the spirit goes, just this is what has came out. The paganism of Lent and Weeping for Tammuz. Okay, look, it says, let me say this right up front that if you already know the origins of Shrove Tuesday, Ash Wednesday, the 40 days of Lent, and the Easter Sunday, but still stubbornly insist on observing them, then you show yourself to be nothing but a normal Christian like the Roman Catholics. that's what I was, that's what I had said. The Church of England or any other majority of Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian church have a name that they live, have a name that they live but are dead. Not all Baptists observe these pagan practices or whatever. You know, none of this comes out of the Bible. For the real Christian brethren who have just come to know the Lord are searching their Bibles digitally to find whether these things be so. Acts 17:11. I must tell you that you will not find them in the Bible. Neither the apostles nor the early church of Lord observed these things. So where do they come from? Shrove Tuesday, or Mardi Gras, as it is commonly known, is literally means Fat Tuesday. In French, called Pancake Tuesday in England, and is associated with the Roman Catholic custom of Lent. But is it taught in the Bible? Would God want Christians? Uh, yeah, Christians. Well, Israelites to observe it because He gave us His word to Jacob. As for them, they have not known Him. Praise ye the Lord. You know, Christians. This here should be Israelites or followers of Mashiach because we don't ascribe to Christos, you know, the anointed, what God want the what the anointed's followers to observe it. The idea behind Mardi Gras or carnival celebrations is that people overindulge before giving up something for Lent, which begins the following day with Ash Wednesday. Lent is 40 days from Ash Wednesday. to Easter, observed by the Roman Catholic, Eastern, and some Protestant churches as a period of penance and fasting, weeping for Tammuz. Lent was a time of penance or fasting or abstinence. Folks abstained from all sorts of good stuff, including meat. They also gave up eggs and dairy products. So on Tuesday, the day before the start of the Lenten fast, folks cleared out their cupboards of all the foods they could not have for the next 40 days. They cooked them up and ate like pigs. In essence, they feasted before the fast. And yeah, I think this came out, you know, uh, on Live Camp, I mean, this is essentially Fat Tuesday is a day where you eat up everything. You're a glutton because you're going to give up something for 40 days behind, you know, weeping for Tammuz because what Ishtar uh, made a decree because her son was killed when he was 40 years old that you should give something up for 40 days. And then after the 40 days, you should, because he was killed by a boar, you should eat the Easter ham and the hot cross buns. And, it's outlined biblically, you know, when the Lord says, hey, I see my people weeping for Tammuz. Weeping Tammuz. Let's look it up. It's in the Proverbs. That says, then he brought me to the door of the gate of Yahweh Hashem's house, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah's house, which was toward the north, and behold, there sat a woman weeping for Tammuz. You know, and this is a practice. This is spirit. This is fornication. This is spiritual fornication that Israel has committed over and over and over. That's why, you know, the the curses were poured upon us. We want to look around, look at our condition, and say, uh, cry, weep, and moan about, why are we treated like we are? Hey, it's because we transgress the laws of the Most High. I mean, shit. Let's get that real quick. Mm, First John 3 and 4. That whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So when you go to church, anybody that comes across this video, when they go to church and they say the law is done away with, hey, that's sin. Sin is transgression of the law. And the Lord only gave the law to Israel. So when you go up into the church house and they say, well, sin is done away with, ask them why they asking for tithes, because that's in the law. I used to be a member of the African Methodist Episcopal Church, and I read the discipline, and in the discipline, the preacher has to preach once a month about tithing. So what's that all about? If the law's done away with, why you worried about getting 10% of my earnings? But anyway, we're gonna get back to that Job. Okay, yeah, but yeah, the heathen nations are counted as beasts and reputed as vile. Okay, let's reputed as vile. Let's look that up. Ta ma Tama. It says to be stopped up, to be regarded as unclean. Yeah, I mean, and look at the customs of the heathen. Look at the customs of the heathen. We can get into that. I'm jumping all around. I hope this lesson is going to be edifying. But Jeremiah 10, 10, Jeremiah. It said, "Thus said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them, for the customs of the people are vain." And this goes into idol worship. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workman with an axe. They deck it with silver and gold, they fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. I mean, and that's the way of the heathen. That's the way of a lot of Israelites. When Moses went up into the mount for, they wanted a calf after the Lord had showed them signs and wonders and brought them out of Egypt. They wanted, you know, okay, fashion a calf. The workman, the hands of the workman, the artificer, and they want to worship this thing that they built with their hands instead of worshiping the Father that built all things. It's vain. It's vain. But yeah, like you said, the heathen are vile and counted as beasts. It says, "He teareth himself in anger. Shall the earth be forsaken for thee, and shall the rock be removed out of its place?" So the Lord, basically is saying, you think I'm going to let you destroy the earth? He said, "Teareth himself in anger." This right here, it says, it's tarap, tarap. It says to rend, to pluck, to tear, to rend, to be torn in pieces. So it's saying that, the heathen is going to tear himself in pieces in his anger. And then saying, "Shall the earth be forsaken for thee?" No. "Shall the rock be removed out of its place?" Well, when we look through these scriptures, we understand that the earth abideth forever. And Ecclesiastes, where is that? Yeah, Ecclesiastes 1:4. One generation pass away, another generation cometh, but the earth abide forever. So the Lord is not going to let you destroy his earth. The Lord made the earth to be inhabited. And the Lord is going to take, you know, Esau, Edom, the wicked, out of rulership. Let's get that right here. It says, "And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged." This is talking about the Israelites that are in a dead state of mind. The Israelites that have not woken up to the fact that they are Israel. So we're talking about the judgment day. The Lord is going to come back and he's going to judge the dead. And that they shouldest give reward, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name. So, okay, them that fear thy name. So, somebody on earth has to have the name. And here, we here at Great Millstone, we push that name, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. He is the Father. His name is the Ancient of Days, is Yahweh, and uh, Yahweh Shai. He is the deliverer. He is the deliverer. So we push those names because, how can you fear the name if you don't know the name? Small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So who is that? That's Esau Edom. Esau Edom, so-called white man, is the one that wants to destroy the earth. Well, yeah, I mean, in in over there in Western Asia, those people are causing havoc that are in the land that they have no business being in. They have some I can't remember what it's called, but it has to deal with Samson, to where they feel like, well, hey, if we can't have it, then we just gonna kill everybody. That's the type of mentality Esau Edom has. It's like, hey, if we can't rule, then nobody can rule. So we just blow up the whole planet. Cause yeah, but no, the Lord said that the earth abides forever. So you know that's not gonna happen. Right there, he teareth himself in his anger. Shall the earth be forsaken for thee? You think the Lord's gonna let you destroy the earth? Nah. And shall the rock be removed out of its place? No, it's not gonna happen. Yeah, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. No, yeah, his understanding is gonna be put out. You know, the Lord set him up just like he set up Pharaoh to take him down. So yeah, the Lord gave him, this technology that he has just so he can destroy himself. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. Yeah. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. So aren't we witnessing that right now? These elites, the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, they're telling you up front what they're gonna do, in the world. They say the fourth industrial revolution is not gonna, it's gonna change you. It's gonna merge man with machine. Okay, they want basic universal income. So essentially, everybody's going to live off of the same income except for them. They want depopulation. There's too many people on the earth. Okay, so who you think they're gonna depopulate themselves? No. Let's talk about you. You Israelites first and foremost. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They're gonna, they want to exterminate you, and then the rest of you useless eaters, they're gonna exterminate you as well. So anybody that's on board with uh, this depopulation agenda, know that if you're not in those meetings, then they're talking about depop. You're the ones they're gonna get rid of first. you know, they're not in these meetings. They're not saying, well, we want to get rid of ourselves. No, they want to get rid of you. But anyway, let's move forward. Um, the steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. So yeah, the so-called white man is, you know, he's in a trick bag, literally in a trick bag. He's telling on himself, and he is, he's come up with an agenda that's gonna hurt himself. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. It says the jinn shall take him by the heel. The jinn is a trap, and the robber shall prevail against him. Yeah, as a thief in the night, the robbers coming to prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Yeah, his strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. You know, it shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. So we know who the firstborn of death is. That's Yahweh Shah. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. And we know who the king of terrors is. Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. First and foremost, Yahweh is the king of terrors. You know, the Father, the Ancient of Days. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. Okay, so what is that? The Lord is going to rain fire down on him, on his house, because you know it shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his, because the so-called white man has gone all over the face of the earth and has claimed things that are not his. You know, he's everybody nowadays. You know, everybody but Esau Edom. His root shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. Hey, so guess what? His reward is going to be, he's going to be rooted up out of the earth. He's going to be rooted up out of the earth. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. Okay, so this so-called devil, this white man that has gone all over the earth, Esau Edom, the wicked, you know, his remembrance is gonna perish from the earth. Nobody's gonna think, hey, this so-called white man, you know, that made the earth to tremble, he's gonna be rooted out. He ain't be a memory. He's not even gonna be a remembrance, because all the nations are gonna live in harmony under our ruler, Yahweh Shah and King David. No, the Lord is going to implement his laws on earth, and the so-called white man, you know, this bullshit that we go through on a daily basis, living as a slave so he can hoard everything to himself, there's going to be no more remembrance to that. You know, he's going to be driven out. Okay, verse 18, he shall be driven from light into darkness and chased out of the world. He's going to be chased out of the world. I mean, that doesn't need any explaining. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. So that's Isaiah 14. You know, he's going to be, he ain't going to have son or nephew, nobody to forward his agenda. You know, his end is going to be captivity. It says, they that come after him shall be a stone at his day. Let's look up that. Be a stone. It says, to be desolate, appalled, stunned, stupefied. They that come after him are going to be stupefied. It's like, damn, this dude was in charge. And they that went before are frighted. Let's look at affrighted, storm, tempest, terror, horror. And those that seen the horror of his doing, you know, they're gonna be a stone when this shit happens. It's gonna be like, man, the before and after effect. And it said, surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not the Most High. It says, such are the place of the wicked. So to tie this all together, we know that who the wicked is. You know, quick Bible search. Okay, wicked. Let's see. Oh wow, 500. We gotta narrow it down. Uh, quick Bible study. Quick search. Where whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh Shem Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua have indignation forever. Okay, so let's look this up right here. Border. Ga ba wa all. Ga ba wa all. It says border, territory, border, territory, enclosed within border, enclosed within border, region, territory. Okay, so the border of wickedness, wherever they are, wickedness is enclosed, enclosed with them. And look this up. Let's look this up. I had seen something somewhere where they said, well, no, the Lord, you know, doesn't hate Esau. He just hated Esau. Because, okay, here it is. I hated Esau and laid his mountain waste and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them, not just him, them, the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. Okay, so they had said that the post that I saw, or they said, well, he just likes Jacob, more. He hate doesn't mean hate. It just means that he liked Jacob more than he liked Esau. Well, okay, well we're gonna look up this. He have indignation. We're gonna look that word up, and it's what does it say? To be enraged, adore, abominable, angry, defy, indignation, to denounce, express indignation, to be indignant, to have indignation, be angrily indignant, defiant. It said in indignation forever. Let's come on. Okay. Zaayam. Zaayam. Let's look it up. Just on let's look it up on online. I'm gonna get this definition, indignation, definition, and then we're gonna close it out. Angry annoyance provoked by what is perceived as unfair treatment. So, okay, indignation is a complex and discrete emotion that is triggered by social emotions and social environments. Feelings of anger and disgust are some emotions that make up indignation. So, what did the Lord say? It says, the people against whom, the people, not the person, against whom the Lord has righteous hatred forever. So, I mean, Edom is referred to the so called white man. The Lord will throw down the buildings of Esau by way of thermonuclear fire from ICBMs in World War III, referred to as a people against whom the Lord have indignation forever, because they are the only nation of people that will utterly be destroyed from off the face of the planet Earth. Well, hey, like it says in Revelation, destroy them which destroy the earth. Who else is doing that? Well, again, I like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles and the men that taught our elders and apostles. Peace and salutations. to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. This is your brother Yakar Abin from the Great Millstone Houston camp. Hopefully, this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. I'd like to say, Shalom.